So will you drop before I read the
no,
quote?
go ahead.
Okay, so there's one about Abdul Wadad, I think. He's a university student at Nima, University of Ghana student Nima, I mean. So he says, you need to be heartless in staking. He touched on betting. I think betting is, his go-to, yeah. But he did say that you need to be heartless in staking bets because the football team you support doesn't give you money. They just give excitement when they win. And then he also ended up by saying that I stake what I can afford to lose. But when you win, the money is able to feed and cater for your transportation for at least 1 week. And then we have one from a Momo agent.
Quick disclaimer though, guys, we're not endorsing.
No, we're not endorsing. These are people sharing their
irresponsible
thoughts.
betting behavior.
Yes.
We always promote betting
responsibly
with that caveat that please bet responsibly because
you need to be
we also have people sending us messages about how they are so addicted to betting. They even go borrow money just to bet, and we also
right?
exactly. So we don't want to get there.
Yes.
So please, it's good he mentioned that you can he's only willing to give out money
the one that he's willing to lose. Yes.
When you enter with greed there,
and we've got a Momo agent from Kumasi. He said government must fix the economic crisis because we cannot be working more than 12 hours every day and still struggle to feed ourselves. That is Abdul Nasir. I think that's how, And he also ended up saying that some of us are still in Ghana because we don't have money to travel, else all the young people would have run away from this hardship by now. And he's speaking about that. I think I remember sometime there were posts on social media where people kept asking, so what is the Ghanaian dream? And you find young people posting that the Ghanaian dream.
The dream you have to be awake to be.
Oh, Jaisa.
You have to wake up at some point.
At some point.
We are still sleeping.
But that's what he's saying, that a lot of people do not have the money, but if they did have the means, they would really want to leave. And there's one from Fatima Z. Suleiman. She is an owner at Tim's Farm in Kumasi, saying, running this spice and food shop is expensive. I pay up to 1,000 Ghana cedis for rent, more on utilities, and I pay salaries of 5 employees. The only way to stay afloat is to hike the prices. Oh, Komla is joining us. Hi, Komla. So he was saying more about it.
Where were you? What was your position economically? Where were you standing?
That he thought of such a documentary.
If it's a scale of say 1 to 10. Maybe 2.5. Do the thing.
See, the last time I was like, you know what? Just say,
you don't know. That guy is not speaking for just himself. He's speaking for a generation.
I am telling you.
No, but there was a day I was willing to give money to. Someone was talking about better. I was like, you know what? I want to give you the money so that when you give me my share, because I can't understand the process they were walking through.
And you know this thing is highly addictive.
I understand.
It is highly addictive, guys.
If you don't have the, you'll be looking at the screen and then the plane. I hear the plane will just go.
If it's not in you, don't try it.
Don't try it.
Else
I think you're speaking to someone I know.
Yes,
his name starts with an M.
So it's good that your guy mentioned that this is money you can afford to lose.
Yeah, I also know someone whose name starts with C.
Okay,
he's always doing it, always losing.
Oh wow!
The last 1.5 years, I've never heard him once. But
here it's been very tough lately. Like the investors
the companies understand the things hard.
So it's not as easy as it used to be. But tell us about your general experience on this one, working on this one.
It was basically the kinds of things that we had already heard about. Coming to life. You get me? Like you go on location and you are seeing the things that are being spoken of unfold right before you. For example, the lady who has had to shut her shop, for example, she only opened the shop last year.
Wow.
She rented it for 2 years, and since she has shut it, the rent has also been paid already, and the place is just there because she cannot keep up paying bills, her employees, five of them. And then when orders come, you have to transport the goods to the place and all of that. It's so much. And so what she has decided to do is to shut one and then be doing online orders. So she'll be at home and she gets an order, then she can do it. Otherwise, she cannot survive.
You're cutting down on costs.
Yeah, otherwise she cannot survive. Because, and the employees are now at home. They are part-time. Whenever she has an order, she invites them to come.
So more like on a contract basis, sort of.
Yeah.
So how about, have you been in touch with government workers? Any government worker?
There are a few of them who will speak to you off record, because of course they can't. And some of them say at the time I was doing the interviews, they end as low as 2,000 cedis, some end 2005, and these are people who have to pay rent. Yes, please.
In today's world, and I say, Omoma or past glory. This country, no.
So you do the rent, let's say 300, 350. You do let's say 150 for electricity. You do 150 for water.
Data
you do 150 for data. Even TNT
school fees no come. School fees no come. As for the eating, have you observed that lately we don't budget for food? Because you just want to be alive to meet the next day.
Yeah.
And people don't.
No, I think the budgeting happens with people have the 0 point, that kind of.
So it's like the food is the last thing you want to take care of, because you want to have a place to sleep. You want to have at least light. You want to have, and the annoying thing is paying for services you don't get. Like paying for taps
you pay water
run,
and then the tap will be closed 3 times in the week. So you're having water just.
That be the parts where you know the barb.
It's
the paper.
Everyone.
And if you see the guys walking in with the bill, sometimes you don't catch them, but you don't do like being informed too. He is your fellow sufferer.
This is just go out there and go and take the money.
It is serious. And
I saw somebody make a post that in Ghana you'll be earning 1,500, and by the end of the month you spend 3,000,
4,000.
Like we're doing magic in between.
First when they said Ghana is the second was Accra is the second most expensive in Africa. I was like, nah, we're from this, man, guys. Come on, have you been to Dar es Salaam? Mentioning Cape Town and other things. Now they believe them. Now see the team make I believe.
The other day I asked for. Today I put on my social media that the cost of deodorant 30 Ghana cedis.
But guys,
that used to be like 5 cedis.
But you're still using deodorant. We've gone back to lime. We have gone back to lime and ash.
You're adding the ash to it.
Yesterday was even Ash Wednesday. They deprived some of us of that ash.
Oh no!
People are getting ash.
We use is different from what you.
You people are getting on forehead. I almost use it in my armpits. You almost wasted that ash for me. I can't dare.
But it's a big kind. Gabby's me.
I can't say father. Mamutum. Location
was a dusty came, so it will return to dust.
No, but it's serious. We are using powder and other things. They've gone back to powder.
They've gone back to it. No, but today in the Trotsky, I experienced. Okay, let's just talk about the.
No, you see, the reason I want you to say it is because people feel like because you're on radio, you have a lot of money.
Hello. Hello.
So like they feel like you guys swim in cash. So maybe you should
come in here.
Maybe you should be telling
and come and see.
And there are times I almost call into my own show to win my 100 Ghana cedis I'm giving away.
There are a few times I've had to do like Trotsky. So there was this day. It's not too long ago. Recently,
I can remind you.
I had to wear a mask.
As for the mask,
there was a day before that day.
Make it clarify that point.
Recognized you, huh?
No, clarify the point that mask these days is not just for the weather. It is a disguise too. And it's been like, beautiful ladies. I cover or mask bear 1 day.
1 million.
There's in Baku.
No, but
since the Trotsky side, I go by Cho for not far away from where I live. And there was this young man who sat by me in the front. The guy kept looking at me, and whenever I turned and I face glass, then he would look away. Then
you wanted to be sure.
Looking and breathing down my neck. I'm like, I'm just sitting in a trust. I didn't kill
anybody. I don't keep person.
Then Kawawa has stories for days.
Listen, he has a lot.
Kawawa has stories for days.
See, Hugh J.
He said J.I. He said the person say, unchiama, man. You know what TV is?
J.I.
Oh, that would be somewhere.
Oh, Masai, come on, come on.
And then the guy was like, and you know me who TV so me say, oh yeah. I say, it's also for
Minyenipa.
And then when it was time for me to pay, and then I got my change. I said, let me feel so
Jai.
That day, I felt like I should just, oh man, it was bad. But hey, guys, we're people, yes? Allow.
Yeah, but there was a day also many years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, someone paid for me from the back.
Yeah.
So I was in front, and when I was getting off, I was giving the money to the guy, and I said, and I turned and I saw that, who was TV?
Let's look at it from the other way.
It happens as well. That one too is cool.
The driver said,
I know. There was a day. No, see, sometimes also I think that the disguise that we're trying to put on doesn't work, because I remember there was one time I had the nose mask on. The driver and the mates, and you simply show business. And in my, I'm like, I just smiled. I was like, yeah. And then I sat in the car. I'm like,
but anyway, the mask.
It's just one of those things.
But for me, no minimum.
Yes.
They can even tell from me. I can tell.
If I enter that from the driver to the dash, right? Allah.
Everybody.
Allah.
Everyone. Then go laugh from the start of the journey to the end.
Everyone deserves love. Giovanni, in fact, I'm thinking of doing trotro for the Gobe Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to do trotro.
That would be good.
Apart from the fact that I want it for social media pictures, I also don't have four. So.
There are some delivery guys who come to deliver goods to us. They keep asking of you. They want to see you there.
Yeah, so I'll be there.
So you have a lot of people.
Forget the people.
You have a fan base out there.
We don't talk money, Yeah, but we appreciate them more. We'll be there. Trotro, myself, Bellamundi, Anita, Kufo, Cookie T, Helen. We're all doing Trotro that day to the Gobe Festival.
The Gobe
Johnny Hughes,
How do you like your Gobe?
I don't have a special. I just don't want a lot of Gary.
No, so for me, the Gary, I won't make the woman mix for me. You see the way they whip them like flour.
Okay.
They whip them.
It's nice when they're doing
it. When they mix it for you, it's settling.
Once it's set,
no, but you need to.
No, so they have a way they do it that will not be hard. So
while they're doing it, and then they're adding the oil at the same time.
You understand?
To balance. So I think I've seen that.
They do they do that. They creep and get way. Because the one arm ball pass. If we see every David be one arm, the moment I say a boss the other one.
One arm there, the moment.
I don't know what it means in tree. Mama then.
Forehead.
Your forehead.
Oh my God.
That
basa is what I thought that would mean something profane.
There's the other one.
There's the other one, but that's not it. Yeah, there's the other one, but that's not it. So the one you're looking for is
a basa.
Yeah, so
when you see that extra flesh and you're doing the thing, it beat me pass.
No, but I like it wet. So
we are talking about. Sorry, we are talking about.
Yeah, I promise. I'm talking about
18 and above.
So
it's family radio.
Guys, I'm not here.
So look at what I do. So the gobe will be in a different plates. Then the gari is in another plate, and I will sprinkle water on the gari and leave it for a few minutes and let it become.
I think I know
moist.
that. Okay.
Then the plantain and the pepper and everything's in the gobe. So I'll be scooping it.
Since when you can't go? Because Bishop Emma don't have the luxury of time.
Bishop Emma won't be different. Right now my taste can change.
Hey.
Yeah.
Because me and you, the senior high school we go, we don't get that luxury.
Oh my taste.
Your taste, expensive taste.
It be banana with a thick chocolate.
Exactly.
I know it's banana. It's plantain. Like
you buy.
Yeah, properly fried.
No man, we're revisiting the genesis. We are going back to our days in Bishop Herman. We are doing
a try the put what the little Okay, I don't think I want to say.
But wait, guys, people add peanuts, granuts to gobe.
Yes, I've seen people do.
Oh really?
Yeah. People do.
But why though? That means you're on your way to add Milo. You are on your way to add Milo.
No, but on the 4th of March, though, I'm willing to try like every time. Like I want to experience that.
So those who add salad to it and
it will be weird, but I'll try.
We had one yesterday.
Yeah, I would want to add the one with the pepper.
So yesterday we tried the one with fish inside the gobe. Oh my God!
What type of fish is that?
Fish, the
dry one. No?
Yeah, I think it's tuna or something. But it was really tasty.
No, but people are very innovative.
I think they give us gobe stew. You know gobe stew. People do gobe stew. And we also have the foreman. Foreman, they need the gobe.
Not Gary no.
No. Foreman, they need gobe. And then you just add the red oil to it, and then you make it as you mix them. Then you add salt. And then you add small rice to it.
Okay.
Or you use it with kinky. Okay. So that one is called foreman because it's for construction sites. If you chop that one, let me say you carry on top of that because your energy level for
and a lot of them actually do buy that level because just as you're saying, it gives them the energy
because
to
you they climb mountains.
That kind of thing.
Who your construction work? You want to what is planting?
The big gobe.
No, but I think I've tried the one you're describing, but without the gari with kinky.
That's right. So I've got a message here, guys. I've got a message. I don't know how we even switched from documentary to gobe.
I did. Yeah.
Listeners, we are sorry. We are sorry.
But
this goes to show that the country we don't really focus like that. We have some A-listers we want to mention.
Okay.
A-listers because they came highly recommended. These are people's favorite gobe joints in the capital.
Fantastic.
There is one gobe, the one that's going to Harvard and back, because I that about for gobe. I would say a very nice bar. Yes, their own is Garber, and it's OJ's Kitchen gobe. It's Legon. They've confirmed they're coming.
You
understand? Yes, they've confirmed. Yes, and then I know you've all seen that viral Dansuman girl. The one with the backside.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you. That is Etonam Gobe. She's confirmed she's coming through.
We'll be looking out for Etonam.
We know a lot of people will be looking forward to other things apart from the Gobe. But focus, guys. Focus. You can't come with Trotro and can't be living with Benz. Focus. Then we have Coco Mlemle. They are grand gobe joints.
Coco Mlemle.
This one is Chop Time Express.
I think I know Coco.
They say the woman mentioned on it. You say you can't spot the campus. You are a usual. So Chop Time Express gobe joints confirmed. Then we also go to Newtown. As for Newtown, they mean I know this place. Sweet apple gobe joints. Forget the name.
Do they add apples?
That's the thing. The mystery is in the
It's in the name.
Come and find out for yourself on the 4th of March. And then we have Afiz gobe. Atomic. And then yes, the last one, which is my favorite. This food fed me 4 years in Legon. And even after school, National Service, I was still passing by just to say hello to the woman because I know I got food. Because the National Service Alawa wasn't doing it for me. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, students of the University of Ghana. From the University of Ghana, we have Ablajo. V-mates, sharp, confirm. Sharp, Vandals hold your sharp. With us, you. Allah.
Man's wedding.
God there.
We had
Gobe Ablajo is coming through for the 3FM Gobe Festival.
So you know what?
I'd love to see you there on the 4th. It's free.
The video that Black Rasta did, it's like I'm seeing it right in front of me. That's exactly what it is.
God punish the two of you. The Black Rasta, I'll get you. So guys, confirm, but quickly before we let you go though, we'll take excerpts of that documentary. Very, very crucial to our discussion. But I think we drifted off a bit.
No, it's in line.
But it's in line because
cost of living
and other things.
The things that are sustaining us and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's true.
Thank you, Yanko.
A suburb of Kumasi, to meet Abdul Nazir Abdul Latif. His unsuccessful search for a job after tertiary education at the Kumasi Technical Institute forced him into starting something to earn a living.
Someone told me that I should just maybe try the money business. Maybe it will help. I listened to that advice and started the money business.
The economic meltdown is taking a toll on Abdul and his household.
Nowadays, you can't even do any budget, especially me. I'm the only one working. The lady is at home, so
the little he earns from operating this mobile money joint can barely cater for his family.
Just last month, I used about 600 cedis to buy foodstuffs at home. The rice, the tin tomatoes, and maybe some oil. But last month, I was using 400 cedis for the same items. I don't know how I'm even surviving it.
His wife, Osman Huzaya Fatu, welcomes him home after the day's toils. But the rising cost of baby foods and baby clothing. Increasingly, young people are beginning to find alternative ways of survival. In many communities, like Nima, the young people, both men and women, are turning to sports betting. Abdul Wadud's friends tell me he is a serial betpreneur.
Most of us do depend on these betting companies for our daily means, because nowadays more of the youth, I should say maybe average like 75% or 70% of the youth are into betting, and this is also another means for them to get money. Some do earn a lot, some have been able to cater for themselves through these betting sites. Some have even been able to travel with it. Sometimes I do get some little money from it, the one which can cater for me at least maybe a week or maybe 2 or 3 days. Yes. Nowadays, ladies also still bet.
Oh wow.
Yes, but there are some circumstances whereby things don't go well as how we plan. You need to be heartless in sticking bets, because you might not know, because the team you support doesn't give you money. Just give you excitement when the team wins. But I'll not go with my heart, because in finding money, bet doesn't go with heart.
If you've been waiting for a motivational message today, it's in the final sentence. Bets doesn't go with heart.
Yes, please. Because with team, no Manchester United,
exactly. So don't go with your heart.
Yes. No, but I think I've heard people give this interpretation to why they bet. Like, you're supporting your team because of the fun and the excitement, but that's about it. Yes. So if they find ways to make money while still supporting, then they'll go about. So I don't know. Sometimes I think it makes sense like that.
Because if you look at some of the betpreneurs, what they do is they study the trajectory. Betpreneurs.
I'm an investor. Straight language investor.
Okay. They study the trajectory of a team. Say the last 5 games, the teams have not got a good results. Maybe the last 5 games they've lost 3 and drawn 2. You can't say that you know all these facts, statistics, and you still say that they are going to win the next game if it's still a big game.
Right.
So you just look at the home form, the current form of the teams, and you use that to do the staking. Boy. So it can either fall in the way of a team or out of the way of a team.
Like someone I knew who nearly got it and then they didn't.
And now Apaska.
And they didn't.
So wait, you spoke to women as well?
The women were not willing to come
of course,
camera,
out. Their husbands will not allow. But you said you can confirm that
women who are married. I thought younger women.
It cuts across.
But
money no get age restriction.
So like, I mean, that's very bold. No, I know that, but that's very bold to want to do.
Everything.
So when they download the app, Navy.
I say, oh, me you are. Since send out the macro market, no. I say, oh, Nina bear 500. Now our manager money. Oh, to no yourself arrangement.
This Ghana.
Into tomatoes no to and yeah fresh and at the 5 cities now they are carrying. Mano odds. Would they just mano odds?
I just give the odds.
Yeah. But boys are busy on the streets, man. Anyway, so thank you so much, Komladum. So is the documentary officially out?
Yes, it's actually uploaded on the TV3 Ghana YouTube page.
Okay.
Hashtag the assignment surviving Ghana's economic meltdown. Yes, it's over there.
All right.
And of course, we are uploading little, excerpts and snippets on Facebook as well, on 3FM 92.7 and then TV3 Facebook.
What's your next project you're working on? Maybe you should work on media people and how much money they make. So people need to know.
Will they tell us?
They will not tell.
I hope they do at some point.
No. As if you tell. If I come to you,
no, because you see, I actually saw a story where someone was like, media people are always in people's business, but when it comes to us telling people out there that this is what is going on, we don't want it. I don't think you get people.
No, interview
out.
Black Rasta Captain Smart.
Maybe they will. I think the last he went on a platform and it was almost rather.
Yeah, he almost.
Because I saw the headline that says Captain Smart tells.
Yeah, but when you click on it, it doesn't say
nothing.
Oh wow! And that was clickbait, guys. Do better.
Anyways, thank you so much, Komla. All right, we'll get back into the streets now.
It was a privilege having me on your show in the ultra modern.
The pleasure.
Wait, your first time
here?
No, in this manner.
Okay.
I know you're always on Hot Edition.
The news and all of that. Yeah, I would have been surprised.
Thank you. No, but once you're here, just see through the trends, right?
Yes. So 2 people have been reportedly killed and 5 others injured in community communal violence in Tripoli. Now, the injured include an officer with the Ghana Armed Forces. The incident happened earlier this morning. The violence is said to have spread to 6 other communities. Now, reports indicate that scores of houses and household granaries have been set ablaze. Dozens of residents are also reportedly leaving for the district capital. And also the Deputy Regional Director of the National Disaster Management Organization, that's NADMO, Imoro Nashuruddin, says the violence was triggered by the enskinment of a sub-chief by the chief of Wen Chike. Yes, and people are reacting to that story because then people are being affected by it, and so question is it being asked on social media. So what is the way forward? Because we're hearing stories here and there. Someone has unstood somebody, then there's the fights. The people, it's the people in the community that gets affected by it. Now we're hearing that their granaries have been burnt, they've been set ablaze. These are places they've saved their grains and all of that. So if it's gone, what are you trying to tell them? So people are reacting to that story on social media. And so you know how sometimes growing up, some people are nervous when they want to speak to the opposite sex. So this is quite interesting.
Mouth lazy. That was me growing up, though.
But here you are.
Doing day trash.
You can talk for Mother Ghana.
Oh, wow.
You.
I agree. So there's a 17-year-old Indian who was just overwhelmed by the number of women he was surrounded by or with. 500 women. He had to write a mathematics exam. The guy passed out.
Yeah.
He couldn't write the paper. He found himself in the hospital. Whoa. When he woke up,
the women were still there.
No, they were not there. He was taken to the hospital. They had to also write an exam as well.
Well, everything shocked him.
Yeah.
Why then they do home econs or something? Nursing.
I don't know. Yes.
But then the women, they had more women.
No, because I think there are more women in India.
He was so shy.
He was Authentio. And then they found him in the hospital. I'm supposed to be laughing, but
you gotta ask Solomon how he did it.
So that's him over there on
wow, look, he
looks like someone who can pass out.
Maybe he didn't prepare well for the exams too.
No,
maybe the passing out was for other things.
It could also be. But
well, so there is a story from Brazil where 7 killed in Brazilian pool hall massacre after the losers mocked. So like you win me for the pool game inside. And you started it, and then I don't know if this was a robbery too, because there is a video attached to the story, and according to witnesses, it shows 2 men opened fire on a group and killed 7 people, including a 12-year-old girl at a Brazilian pool hall, and for being mocked after losing 2 games in a row.
No, but wait, before you continue.
So teasing and things coming, but the 12-year-old.
But can't you tease? But you've won, or it's not allowed.
No, he didn't win, so I'm sure he was
at the head end.
Yes.
The other end.
So that's what I'm saying, that the other people tease by you can tease someone when you win a game.
No, but
right?
when you're teasing though, you don't measure people's reaction. Yeah. Sometimes
they can get heated.
Yes, please.
Even in football.
My guy.
But don't come to the table if you know you're not ready.
It is not a joke, especially when small alcohol enter. Where they tease you, you see everything blue. And so, and a
maybe
TV journalist.
There was money involved too. So,
maybe. Because after shooting them, they took some cash from the pool. So maybe one of those games you bet on. TV journalist killed while reporting on earlier shooting in Florida. Identified 24-year-old lions or loins or whatever. Yeah. Why am I saying whatever?
Did you just say loins?
What did I say?
You say what?
Lions. Lions. Why am I laughing?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
This is a sad story,
guys.
But again, there are some very dangerous places on earth. It didn't come out, and Florida is one of them. So that's
I've had a lot of crazy stories come out of Florida, though.
Yeah, so places like that, we all know the gang culture for some places. In West Part, some places.
They're still holding on to the whole gun, like they're trying to get them to have some reforms and everything, but people still believe that I have the right to own a gun. Like, so it's just one of those.
That should be it.
Yeah, that should be it.
Though, Giovanni, we and you, what's up? Barcelona and United.
Yeah, you don't go sit up. Are you Basa fan?
You be who?
You Basa, you no go sit up.
We will not go sit up.
Oh, Massa. I thought you knew this.
You came to our home and
Massa, I thought you know, but
when the ref decided to
but you saw
when the ref decided to dash you for a penalty.
That's how it started in Brazil. What's that?
Yenya penalty na ref nanjino. And na mudenya
Oh, Massa. Now you warm me up.
Today we shall see.
By 9 p.m. then you know how far.
Yeah.
So you are likely to go to bed early.
No.
So
by 9 I here.
No. Oh, and the news no be chaka.
I go day here.
Oh, no, the news no be chaka. What's over muna when him say coming up in the headline move on saw.
So that would be a sight to behold.
Yes, sir, Pastor Pedro. Coming up in the headlines, move on saw. Shout's going out to you, Papa J, Otis, Giovanni, and team. Charlie, we get concrete gobel. That one will be too much. Hey, he said the one too much, and Alaska eats for Jankatown. That one be gobel 3 CD, Gary 4 CD.
That's right.
How is that possible?
No, that gobe be weapon. If you fool that, no, that one it be weapon. Gobe 3 cities.
No weapon.
Gary, if you take that thing, hit your neighbor. If you take that thing, hit your neighbor. If you see blue, see stars.
Like, you know,
this one so we Miriam them go fit chop. Gobe 3 cities. Gary 4, 5 cities.
Hey, but that's
the gobe will struggle to find its way through the Gary.